when you catch him macking on your girl backstage? This is how these things happen? Wow. Wow. Ow. Wow. Wow. Ow. Wow. Wow.
So what we gonna do with him now?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 2. Will Lulu have to take out Zisa? That is the topic of discussion. Down below, I want you guys to let me know, do y'all believe eventually Lulu's going to have to take her out? We're going to talk about that in today's video. Now, you guys, make sure you checked out my last few videos. We talked about Palomar and Rock yesterday, so check that video out, as well as Detective Howard, Kanan, and Sam the Crackhead. What's going to happen with that? And we also talked about Marvin possibly getting the Italians to take out Tony Deep Throat. So continue to watch the videos, keep yourself updated, and I will continue to give you guys more content in the future. But now it is time to talk about Zisa, Lulu. We talked about them a little bit earlier on in the week, and a lot of you guys was talking about how Zisa needs to be next. You know what I'm saying? He needs to go ahead and just take her out. Well, we're going to find out what's going to happen in episode 7. But in episode 6, we know Zisa and Lulu got real close, right? And even before that, we saw the connection between the two. Your boy Lulu, he really likes Zisa, and when she pushed up on him in the last episode, he kind of, shied away from it and wanted to keep it just business, right? But when Lulu took out Crown Camacho, we saw Zisa there, and she was talking about, so what we gonna do with him now? So now Lulu has to decide on what he really wants to do, right? Does he really want to take her out? Now, to be honest, that dog that's inside of Lulu, most likely he was probably thinking like, man, I need to take her out. Like, she knows entirely too much. I can't afford to have her around. But we know Lulu, he thinks about all of his moves most of the time, you know what I'm saying? And he tries to make the right decision. Now, when it comes to Zisa's character, remember, she is a new character. It is some things that we don't know about her. I think as these episodes continue to air out, we will learn more about her character. We saw how she acted when Jukebox approached her about the music or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She got a little feisty as well. And when Lulu first approached her, when he cut her off in his car, we seen how feisty she can get. And as I told you guys, I think it's some things about her character that we just don't know about. And one of the things is this, Cartier Duns. You know what I'm saying? Lulu taking her out could be a high risk, right? Because she has a connection to Cartier Duns, and we know he's about business, and we don't really know all the details about him and how dangerous this guy really is, because I think he is dangerous, you know what I'm saying? So Lulu taking her out could cause issues with him. On top of that, if he was to, wanting to do it right then and there, he has to think, I got to get rid of 2 bodies. I mean, that's a lot of work. And Lulu, he's already stated that he doesn't really want to be doing this stuff like that no more. So him doing that right there, it's understandable why he would not do it. It's too messy, right? And you don't know the risk of taking her out because you don't know who she's really connected to. We know she is connected to Cartier Duns, and based on what we've been seeing from his character, he is not to be messed around with, right? That's the type of dude that you do not want to give a hand, because if you do, he gonna slap you right in your face. We saw that in the last episode, right? Now, when it comes to taking her out, of course, the old saying is no loose ends. You don't want to have no loose ends. You know what I'm saying? She could be a liability. You don't know who she's going to go back and, run her mouth to, right? She can go back and tear Cartier Duns everything, right? And Lulu probably wouldn't know anything about it. Now, I do think she has a dark past based on how she was looking. I mean, she was ready to get rid of the body. You know what I'm saying? Based on that ending of that episode, she was like, what we going to do with him now? So it lets me know she has a history of doing some dirty work. And, her whole persona, the way she carries herself, may not be something you want to judge just based off, her looks and how she, talks and stuff. This girl, she can blindside you, in my opinion. And she's probably more dangerous than she looks. But Lulu, being a part of this game, we already know what time it is. He is going to have to watch her. We already know no character can be trusted, right? Especially a new character like this coming into the game and, getting close to Lulu like this. He will have to continue to watch her every move. And at the same time, he doesn't even know, the things that she's probably up to. Now, all my OG Power fans, we know love does not last in Power. Usually love, it leads to bad news. Somebody ends up getting taken out. It does not end well. So Lulu getting close to this girl, I can understand it, but we know what the outcome is going to be. We already saw how it was with Jessica. That girl was getting her cheeks clapped by Crown Camacho. She's probably out on Kelly right now getting ran through. And I know Lulu's pissed off about that. But when it comes to Zisa, he cannot be falling for this girl like that. He has to keep it straight business, because if he does, get real connected to her, it's going to be his downfall. That's just my opinion. And that's just based off, what we've been seeing in Power in general. When people get real close as far as a couple and they get deeply involved with their feelings and stuff like that, it usually does not end well. Somebody dies when it's all said and done. And this whole connection between Lulu and Zisa, we know they liked each other. But the connection started with what? It started with the death of Crown Camacho. So if it started with death, that connection, I believe this connection in this whole storyline, it just may end with death. Lulu just may have to take her out, or he may slip up and get took out his damn self, because like I told you guys, we don't know everything about her character. And if, she is about that life, and her and Cartier Duns, is about that life, which we know Cartier is, it can be bad news for Lulu and anybody else that gets in the way. So I want to know exactly what y'all think about this topic of discussion. Y'all left a lot of good comments on the last video about Rock and Palomar. We're going to talk about Rock next week, because y'all was going in. Y'all was going in on Rock and Palomar about the age and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about that next week. But we know within this whole storyline, the whole thing about love and trusting does not end well. Hell, we already saw what happened with Angela and Ghost, right? We saw what happened with Tommy and Lakeisha, Tommy and Holly, Tariq and Lauren, Tasha and Terry Scoop Ball Silver. It does not end well. So Lulu, don't fall in love. Don't get too close, because we already know what the end result is going to be. It's going to be death. Somebody getting dropped off. And it's understandable if Lulu does not want to take her out right now, because that whole situation is very messy. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really want to be making all these decisions right then and there. But those loose ends and liabilities, eventually, they're going to come back up. And eventually, he is going to have to make a decision before it's a little bit too late. And to be honest, it's probably already a little bit too late. But we definitely going to find out. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support. We will continue to talk about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan Season 2 very soon. So stay tuned for the videos. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.